Don't you lose sight of what you want.
Greetings, fellow captains, and welcome back to another episode of Warships with the Hivehound. And today, basically, we're doing a bit of a showcase for cruisers, and as the title suggests, never give up is kind of the purpose of this. So no matter how badly your team's losing, no matter how downtrodden and wrecked your own ship gets, never give up, because and particularly with cruisers, using their maneuverability and you know, carefully positioning your ship, doing a bit of kiting, and adjusting courses, changing directions quickly, can seriously increase your survivability. So this is what this video is all about. I'll be honest with you, initially I kind of get myself a bit out of place. Things are not looking too good for me, and it does end up in a defeat, but the lesson's still there, and if there's a lesson to learn, well, why not learn it? So I'm in a division with Patch. Some of you might have caught him on one or two of my streams. If you're lucky, you might have even heard him talking on a stream, which is an even rarer occasion due to some party chat settings issues that we had the first time he joined us. But we're going to push on to A here, and hopefully the action will begin rather soon. So my first mistake is right here. I'm giving broadside. So giving broadside, now I'm spotted. So we know good chances are there's a destroyer, and we see the first enemy ship pop up over there. We're spotted again, so we open fire. Obviously we're in the shores, so we're going to use HE. We can see a nice little salvo coming back in from the Bajoni, I believe that is. And you know, we've already taken a substantial amount of damage. We've lost a third of our hit points, and there we go, there's a half of our hit points gone within the first couple of seconds of our first engagement. So this is where I realised, yeah, hang on, I've pushed forward too much here. I should have left Patch in his destroyer, push forward, let him catch the cap, and you know, I was out of place, I was out of position. But this is where I start to change my game. So obviously there's a we're assuming that's either a Kutchezov, I think it's a Kutchezov, sitting in a smoke screen. So we're just cutting away. At the moment there is nothing we could do. We could aggressively push in, but all it's gonna be, all it means is we're gonna die, and we're gonna die a lot sooner, with over half our hit points gone. And we've only done 1200 damage in return. Not the best of trade-offs, but hopefully we can do something about that. So we're looking, trying to see the whatever's sitting in that smoke screen to get some shots off. We don't want to completely abandon Patch. We want to be there, so if he spots something, we can put some effective fire in, whilst our Leon is hugging the map border, which, in all rightly so, after him seeing how much hit points I just lost, it's probably not the worst idea. So we start firing into the smoke screen that's there, because we're pretty sure it's whatever's in that smoke screen that's stopping Patch from actually getting the cap. And there it is. It's a Fiji, one of my favourite ships in fact, and he's fired his torps. He misses Patch, but Patch dodges torpedoes. I'm pretty sure Patch is going to torp him any second, and we start landing some shots, start causing some fires, and there we go. Patch killed the Fiji, but the Fiji also took up Patch. So not only am I down to less than half my hit points, we've lost our destroyer at the sea cap, and the battleship is hugging the map border, even though it is two cruisers that we're left to contend with. So we turn in it's pretty much, it's a lost side. There is nothing for me to do there. The Leon can take the damage if he pushes in, and the Leon can kill them with these. Against, I guess it's only a Bajoni, but, Kuchezov, sorry. So we're in a rough spot. So we're kiting away, trying to get some damage done. We're down to 11,000 hit points, but we have slowly started racking up some damage with our fires, annoying the King George. The King George put his fires out, so, well, let's see if we can set him on fire again, and see the superior range of that Kuchezov just catching us and setting us on fire again. He's going to be a massive pain to us throughout the entire course of this battle. So the enemy team has lost 2 ships. We've lost 3. Although they still haven't capped C, that Kuchezov has been holding off. So the points difference at the moment is still quite minimal. And we're still on fire. So our fire's finally gone out. And we're looking, I want revenge on this Kuchezov, but he's just on the edge of our limits. The Leon, however, is completely broadside to the Kuchezov. But instead of fighting, sitting there and killing the Kuchezov, he decides, you know what, I'm going to push forward and hide between these 2 islands and not take the opportunity to kill the tier 7 battleship, which he could do with these. It's a Leon versus a Kuchezov, but we get some more damage on him, get ourselves a defend ribbon, so we can't complain too much about that. And here we go, there's the other ship that was off over to that side, the Colorado, which might explain why the Leon decided to go into hiding. So again, effectively trying to cause some damage. Still not a great game for us. We're down to 7,500 hit points, and we've only just broke 20,000 damage, which is appalling. It's a bit shocking. And it was at this time Patch was being quite colourful in his ways of abusing me in chat. Obviously just friendly banter, but he's like, "Oh, you're dead. Just give up." Half of our team is gone because, yes, we've lost a bunch of ships now, and things are not looking good. And I think that's the King George that's got a salvo coming in on us, and 2,000 hit points left. This really isn't looking good at all. And what's that? There's another ship there shooting at us. So basically, we've got a Colorado, a King George, and if I remember rightly, it's New Orleans that's hiding down behind that island, all paying attention to us. And as we're being smart and trying to kite away, we sail straight into the enemy Scharnhorst, who looks to be torpedoing our battleship there, who's not on fantastic health. So we start causing some damage. We realise he's covered in fires. So what's the point in wasting shells on a ship that's on fire? And there we go. 139 hit points left and 23 damage. It's washout, right? Just give up. You might as well. You're dead. No point. Next salvo that's fired at you is going to kill you. This is where you can be very wrong. So obviously, there we go. We looked, the Scharnhorst put his fires out, so we were looking to set fire to that Scharnhorst, and he finally got finished off. And things are not looking great. So we decide we're going to try and see if we can set multiple fires onto this Bismarck as we narrowly miss incoming salvo. I think that is probably again from that bloody Kuchezov that was annoying us so much earlier. So as you can see, if you have a look in the center, the bottom of the screen, you can see I'm constantly making adjustments to the steering. It's never going in a straight line, or if it is, it's not going in a straight line for very long at all. So again, like I said, we've decided to focus on this Bismarck. Remember, 23,000 damage when that last salvo came in. We're now on 43,000 damage, we've managed to get 24,000 damage with just 139 hit points, which goes to prove that it doesn't matter how much HP, a ship with 1 HP can do as much damage as a ship with 100 HP. So if you see a low health ship, kill it. And if anyone calls you a kill stealer, call them a fool, because this could happen to your team if you don't take those shots. So there we go, we've got another fire on the Bismarck. We can see his guns are looking over here, so again starting to take evasive maneuvers as we see his shells being launched. And whoa, what do you know, he missed every single salvo. So that's 53,000 damage, that's 30,000 damage since we've been a one-shot kill. And this really does show you how to get the most out of your cruisers. You want to antagonize, annoy. If we still had more ships alive and this Bismarck was focusing on me because of me annoying him so much, other ships could have done a lot more damage, and we could have potentially have completely turned this game around. We're down to just 3 ships left, and another salvo from the Bismarck completely misses us, and we've set him on fire again and again. So he's currently burning with 2 fires, and we continuing to pepper him with shots. It's 72,000 damage, 50,000 damage from when we got dropped down to the 139 hit points. So the Bismarck's burning nicely. We dodged another salvo, so we're going to take and pay attention to this King George, because why wouldn't we? Let's try and maximize the damage that we can do. We're not going to hurt the Bismarck much more, but if we can set a couple of fires on the on this King George as well, you know, you're just adding up more. That's 86,000, 89,000, 91, 92. So that is 70,000 damage whilst being a one shot for anything, including a destroyer. So this is what I wanted to highlight with today's video, and the title, never give up, never surrender, because all it takes is one ship. And you know, alright, okay, granted that was a loss. The Leon that decided to hide right at the beginning of the battle with us in sea stayed hidden for long enough to be the last ship alive with almost full hit points when we got down. But now he's finally strapped his big boy pants on. He's and has started to go at it, but it's not going to be to any avail. This is a firm loss, and we're probably just gonna skip ahead. So I hope the video made sense. I hope you enjoyed the severity of the try-hardiness, and hope this will help advance cruiser gameplay, because cruisers, I don't feel, get enough love. They're extremely powerful, particularly when they're used correctly, when you start kiting, when you're aggravating and irritating, switching targets, causing fires. I was supposed to do a how to counter the Jean Bart video today, but I haven't got enough time, to be honest with you, so that'll probably be up as a bonus video on the weekend. And there we go. So it was a loss. It was a bit of a heartbreaker, but yeah, 78,000 damage, and we didn't even come top of our team. But thank you for sticking with us, and until next time, take care.